What's up, guys? It's Drew back here again. So, what I have for you guys today is a couple of things actually. This master lock here, um, I, I was I stop by this gas station every morning, and I always see this, or I had always seen this chain with this lock on it, locked around one of the pipes right next to the pump, but there was nothing that it was locking, and I had seen it for a few months now, and so I walk in, and it was underneath the awning, so it wasn't rusted up or anything, and so I go in and I ask the lady at the counter, and I said, hey, do you guys know anything about that chain and lock that's been out there on locked to your guys's pump? And they go, well, we don't have any bolt cutters, or we would have tried to get it off, we just we don't, we just, it's nothing to us. I think somebody had locked something up on there before, while they were closed or something. But so I said, okay, well, do you mind if if I can pick it off? Can I have the lock? And they said, well, yeah, as long as you can get rid of the chain. I said, oh yeah, absolutely. So I went home, grabbed my stuff, and came back and picked it off, uh, and yeah, that was it. And so anyway, this is but the thing about this master lock is this is actually a 140. Pretty much, this is pretty much a master lock 140. It's a 40 millimeter. But the thing about it is, this is also a 40 millimeter. This is a master lock 140. Now, they've got the same keyway. However, they have different pins. This one here has all standard pins, and so it made it, very easy to pick. This one here does have security pins. So if you're, a new picker, or a newer picker, and you're looking for some, some locks to build your skill, I would start with these. Obviously, you could start with these if you needed, if you are just starting out. But if you're trying to learn how to do security pins and things like that, I would really recommend, starting on these, because these give great feedback. As long as you're using the right tension placement, things like that. So anyway, these are great locks. The ones I really like when I was starting out was the 150s. Now the 150s have a 5-pin core instead of a 4-pin core. I believe it's the same keyway. Yeah, same keyway. But this is significantly more difficult to pick. It does have multiple spools in it instead of just one, I think, is what this comes with. Maybe one or two. But it's a great pick. So anyway, we're going to go through all three of these real quick. And then I'm going to show you why binding order and bidding are so important when we talk about this lock real quick. So anyway, here we go. Okay, we're going to, jeez, lock this guy up like this here. Okay. Alright. Get there. Sorry, I don't have my stuff ready to go. These. These. And then grab these. Okay. Let's see what we got here. So it's going to be there. Okay, this is going to be the medium hook, I think you would call it. Okay, I'm going top of the keyway. Top of the keyway I have found to be you get a lot more feedback than you do with bottom of the keyway. I feel like when I'm doing bottom of the keyway, I get, when I'm pushing down on the tension wrench, it gives me weird feedback. So anyway, here we go. We're gonna go click on 1, click on 2, nothing on 3, click on 4, nothing on 5. Oh wait, I don't think there is a 5 in this. Okay, never mind. So, nothing on 1, nothing on 2, nothing on 3. Nothing on 4. Okay, well, I'm gonna reset here. Okay. Click on 1. Nothing on 2. Click on 3. Click on 4. Okay. So when you get the binding order, or when you get it right, it opens pretty fast, and there's no, it's just a straight, push, smooth click, and that's when you know when it's set, which makes it really a pretty easy lock to pick if you know what you're feeling for. So that brings me to this guy here, which is this guy's, I don't know, cousin, I guess you would say. So we're going to take this guy here, lock it up in the vise. Now we're going to see how this guy feels here. Counter rotation already on 1. That was a okay. Small click on 1, no counter rotation. That would have been an overset. Click on 3. Click on 4. Nothing on 5. Or there is no 5. I keep doing that. Sorry. Okay. Still nothing on 1. Click on 2, and we're open. Now there should have been some counter rotation in there somewhere, so let's try this again. It might be that this lock just does not, the binding order and bidding, it doesn't activate any of those spools, but we'll see. Okay, click on 3, I believe that was. Nothing on 4. Oh. That was an overset. Okay, we're gonna reset. Okay, small click on 1. Nothing on 2. Nothing on, click on 3, it's a standard pin. Click on 4, that was a standard pin. Let's go back to 1. Nothing on 1. Nothing on 2. That was the overset on 3. So let's start this over. Sorry, guys. Small click on 1. Nothing on 2. Click on 3, it's a standard pin. Click on 4 is a standard pin. Back to 1. Still got nothing on 1. 2. Another standard pin. Yeah, no counter rotation in there at all. Excuse me. So we didn't the way the bidding and binding order is set up in these, and this one, you don't actually hit any of those spools. So that's interesting. So that brings me to this guy here, the Master 150. Now this guy has 5 pins, like I was saying. And this one, it definitely activates at least one of those spools, if I remember correctly. So let's see. Okay, that was a small counter rotation and a click out of 1. Counter rotation and a click out of 2. Counter rotation and a click out of 3. Nothing on 4. Small click on 5. Oops, sorry. That was 4 and then 5. So clicks on both 4 and 5. Back to 1. Okay. Click on 1 and dropped into a false set. Nothing on 2. Nothing on 3. 4 here. We're definitely getting counter rotation. And we're open. So we had a counter rotation and the open on 4, I believe that was. So these are a lot of fun. They really are. So I would suggest getting these if you're wanting to learn how to do security pins. So last but not least, this here. This is why binding order and bitting are so important. So this here has the exact same number of pins as this one does here. It's supposed to have security pins in it. I'm sure it does. Have a couple of spools or whatever. Maybe just one spool and a serrated or something, or maybe just one spool and all the rest standard. I'm not sure, but they say it has security pins in it. So basically, we are going to get this locked down. My God, I gotta stop putting this thing on so tight. Okay. Okay, so first of all, as you can see, there's quite a bit of slop in this core, which means we're probably resting in the hip of that spool already. So let's see here. Nothing on 1. Click on 2. Click on 3. And we're open. So that right there is, and let me show you again so it's not, we don't think it's a fluke. That is why binding order and bitting is so important. So lock is locked. Okay, lock is definitely locked. Okay, go in here. Okay. Oh, let's get it face towards the camera. Okay. Nothing on 1. Oh. And click on 2 and it's open. So yeah, I don't know. I mean I don't know why sometimes it opens on 3, sometimes it opens on 2. Maybe it wasn't reset all the way. Let me close it and then make sure it's reset all the way. Okay. Let's try this again. One last time. Sorry, guys. Okay. Okay, nothing on 1. Click on 2. Click on 3, and we're open. Yeah, that took 3 pins. Maybe it just wasn't reset all the way. But anyway. Ta-da. All right, guys. So, in short, check the bitting on your keys. It's not always, the best thing in the world to have bitting that has, a whole bunch of real low cuts on them. No, I can't find them because There we go, like these here. Like this one here's got a real low cut on it. But if you got just like a whole bunch of real low cuts, because that's what I was looking for when I first started out, was real low cuts, you know, and high cuts and stuff like that. But then when I found out, you know, obviously buying this lock, that so those real low cuts don't always help you out all the time. So anyway, just food for thought. If you're just starting out, you don't want to spend a lot of money, go buy a few of these. These really help you to learn how to do spools. Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great rest of your week. Later.